Welcome back, folks, to Farm Simulator 2022. I am super excited. Our field is growing, but there's two things we need to do today. We need, as you can see, it needs a weeder. And you can see a little bit of the weeds, this early growth stage, like this. You can kind of see um, a little bit of them, but it makes it a little tougher. And that is the beauty of weeds early game. They are a little bit tough and annoying, and we also have to fertilize this. This isn't the first growth stage, so we won't hurt it by driving on it, even with equipment with, for example, Spike doesn't have narrow tires. He's not going to hurt it. It's in its first growth stage. But as you can see, we only have $400. So what we're going to start out with this episode. Oh, and we could check sales right here while we're here. Boy, that baler would be awesome. Um, we don't have the power to run that. Otherwise, that baler would be freaking amazing. But money. That's the first thing we need to do. And I'm super excited today. This is the first day in about 3 weeks I've had a full day to record. So we're going to have some really cool episodes coming up here, folks. But we are going to borrow the items for the sunflower contract, and that header will actually work with these two as well. So I think what we're going to do, yeah, you know what? We're going to do that. Yeah, totally. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to do both of them. And we're going to make some money to get ourselves at least a weeder today. And with the extra time I have to record, we are going to do a lot of contracts at some point. I don't know when, if we'll have time in this episode or not. Let's pop over. Oh, I have not used this tractor before. This is fancy. So, first things first, where is said field 128? 128. Oh, it's not actually that far away. Okay. I got you. I got you. Ooh, and this thing goes 32? Ooh. I like it. And it's cool colored. I like the color of it quite a bit. Oh, and it turns well. Alright, let's get down to 128, folks. Wow, this foldable corn header, well, you use it for corn or sunflowers, can fit easily on the bridge. I can't say the same about the combine now. But down the road, we'll have to remember that, and we'll have to try to figure out what headers fold and what don't, because it's kind of nice. I don't have to drag it around on a trailer. I can leave it on the harvester, and that'll work pretty well. And this harvester's, the head isn't too bad for corn, um, or sunflowers. I guess. I mean, you could use them for both, but you could actually use a sunflower header, which can work at a lot quicker rate than a corn header. But it looks like we have quite a decent sized field in front of us here to go ahead and do. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. I love the little stuffer on this map. You don't always have that on these cool maps. Surprisingly, that didn't actually take too long. And I love doing these contracts. Not only does he, uh, give you some extra cash, but it also lets you test out equipment you may not have tested out. And I probably would have forgot about foldable headers, which may help us a lot on this map. Be honest, this tractor gets up and goes. I don't think I've used this tractor ever before. Kind of why I like testing out all this equipment. We get to see different things that we know normally. Let's see what we get. Remember, our equipment is for this contract, so we can't get 1,200 extra. We can't actually accept this because we'll lose our harvester and our other ability to do the other contracts. So let's go do them other ones. I think now is a good time to go ahead and do a little bit of montage since these two contracts are both a little bit smaller and they go to the same place here, folks. First full load, there is a little bit left, so I don't think this is going to complete both of them, but there is some in the harvester, so not bad for just about 20 minutes of work here. Let's go get the other load. Moment of truth. Let's see how much money we've made on this harvesting contract. Now, next year, I would like it, so 600. Next year, I would really like to be in a place where maybe we can save or get all the extra from these contracts. So I think that's one of my goals for next year. So let's go ahead and complete these, and you can see we now have $6,500. So now we gotta get the weeds out of field 5. Now, there's a few ways we could go about doing this. We could buy a sprayer. That would be a good way to do it, and we could spray for weeds. A lot of them quite expensive, and the nice thing about the sprayers is you can use them at any stage, even right at the beginning. We, however, are going to go with a weeder. We're going to go old school. I've actually never used one of these in real life. Let's see. Let's make sure it's one we can run. This is the lowest power one. Let's go with blue. Perfect. Let's go ahead and buy it. Oh, there's different models. Oh, we should got the fancier one. Huh. Doesn't make it any wider. All right. So we are going to go ahead And we're gonna use Spike. We haven't used them a whole lot. And I think Spike should be able to do this. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna head over and do this. Now, I've never in real life, like I mentioned, used one of these weeders. So this is gonna be new to me. I have in the game, but not one like this. Oh, and we went way too far, like a dope. All right, let's bring her back. Let's go into here. And we'll make sure we're not gonna wreck our crop. This is the first stage, so yep, we can drive on it. And let's see here. Now these weeds are gonna be really hard to see, so let's lower the weeder. Alright, and then these are going to be really tough to see. Alright, see if I can see any from above here. Alright, I see one over on our left. This is a really tough one to do here, guys. It doesn't show up well. So you can see right here, there's these couple lighter pieces right there. There's a weed. There's a weed. There's a weed. Now, let's go ahead and just drive over it. Well, I'll do the whole thing, but you can see there, they're gone now. It's not a super easy thing to see, to be honest with you. Oh, and there's one right there. All right. That might not show up well. Let me see if I can find a better spot here. All right, hopefully this one shows up a little bit better. Right here, you can see this lighter weed. Now try to keep your eye on it. And we're going to drive over, and you're going to see it's going to go bye-bye. And there it is, gone. So it's right here, and now it is gone. I know that's difficult to see, but just you got to take my word for it. It's working. And you can kind of tell a good way, too, as you can see, they're a little taller when you're down at level. But that's why generally I'll use a sprayer. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, since it's probably not going to be the easiest thing to see now that I think about it for you guys. Now, even though it looks the same, you can see it doesn't need a weeder on the field info anymore. With that being said, we're going to finish up this episode here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and fertilize this field, and I'll see you next time, folks. Have a good one.